everybody to please stay seated. I'm going to go into this bayou up in here, and I got a little bit of a tricky maneuver I got to do to get in here. This is where I earn my money. Now, as we go down this bayou, I want all my assistant swamp guides, keep your eyes out from the water level in the plants all the way up to about 7 or 8 feet up in the trees, the branches of the trees. We could see anything from alligators, snakes, birds, you name it.
And we must be seated.
Not until, you can get up once I get in here,
okay.
but right now I've got a very, you'll see what I have to do here in just a second. And in about 10 seconds, you're going to feel a bump. That bump is a log that's submerged up in here, and I have to get over it. Hang in here just a second. Here we go. Coming up. There he is. See that? Do I know my swamp or what? That's my expectation. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to get around this tree here. Who wants to make a bet I can make it around the tree? You better hope I can, because if I don't, we're going to be here all night. Actually, I'm going to have to, the water's kind of low here right now. Bump and a reverse. Now, these tall grasses that you see on either side of the boat up ahead of us, this stuff is called sawgrass. It has a very nasty serrated edge to it, so don't grab it. It'll give you a very bad paper cut. But this plant serves a really important purpose here in the swamp. All the small aquatic life on the water here, baby ducks, baby alligators, anything that can become prey to the birds from above, when those birds are up above or hunting them, they make a straight line for this sawgrass, because those birds know that if they get down into these grasses, it's going to cut their feathers up. So if the baby, anything that's being hunted by the hawks, if they can make it to the grass, they're safe, because they know those birds won't go in there because it'll cut all their feathers up. That is a ball segment. I'm going to get you up closer so don't worry, promise. I'll talk about it in depth. With the big leaves, right here, this is a part of the elephant ear. Actually, it's actually an early arrowroot. I'll show you another example of this. Over here on the left, you see this plant here with the white bloom on the top there? It looks just like a lizard's tail, and that's what it's called, lizard's tail. It's an aquatic plant that grows in the swamp here. Now you keep your eyes out down along the water's edge. We might see, even in the branches of the trees here along here, you might see water snakes. We might see a poison. We have basically 3 poisonous snakes in here. We have the water moccasin, the copperhead, and the coral snake, which is not as common. It is the most deadly snake, the coral snake. It's related to the cobra and the black mamba. It has a neurotoxin. If you get bit by a coral snake, you got about 10 minutes. The only problem is, though, that it's an extremely docile snake, and its mouth is so small it can't bite you. The only way you get bit by one is to pick him up, smack him on the head to piss him off, and then stick his head between your fingers, and he might get a bite at you. There have been so few bites that the one company that makes the anti-venom, they stopped making it. Nobody's been bitten by a coral snake in 40 years. And I don't know how the guy that did managed to. That's that bird that you saw flying over there. That was a yellow-crowned night heron. Has a yellow tuft on the top of his head. We'll see some more than another bird up there. Oh, butterfly. Okay. Now, guys, people always want to know about the difference between a bayou and a swamp. Now, a swamp is an ecosystem. That's what we're in right now. This is a flooded forest. A hardwood swamp. The word bayou comes from the Choctaw Indians out here, the word bayou, which means a slow-moving river. It's a secondary waterway off of the main river. So right now we are on a bayou going through a swamp. Bayous do not have to go through swamps. Over in western Louisiana we have bayous that go through open meadow and fields and things like that. Wow.
Questa è una Bayou? No. c'è swamp e c'è e Bayou è questo.
La foresta pluviale.
Bayou è il fiume. Sì, sì. Il fiume che si muove lentamente.
Those are water beetles up at the front of the boat we're about to go over here. They're coming out of their larvae stage.
that's a
And they
better
just float on top of the water there.
It's just your face.
Sì,
So I'm saying it's just come on.
Vediamo.
you hold it back for us?
That's what I'm saying.
Salvo dal basso.
With the pole. Okay.
Ma non stanno al sole, questo.
This white stuff you see floating in the air up in here, this is the seedlings coming off of the black willow tree. We have some coming up next to us. I'll show you about these.
Sì, queste cose qui.
Tipo pandora. Vero, vado.
Spiriti, Gli spiriti di Pandora.
Stanno dormendo.
Ho fatto 100 foto, la spiegazione non so se. Giovanni?
Our herons over there having a little argument.
The wild boar.